Are the Green Bay Packers a lock to win the NFC North? Let's talk about it. What is going on, y'all? Faiz Sports Talk back at it with another video talking, of course, some NFL here to talk about the NFC North and talk about if the Packers are, in fact, a lock, a stone cold lock to win this division. Like, we shouldn't even talk about this because we know that it's the Packers division to lose. Well, I got some things to say about that. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to go ahead, hit that big red subscribe button down below. Make sure you are following me on all my social media platforms. And as always, guys, hit the bell icon so you're notified every time I drop a new video. All right, so the question, obviously, being if the Packers are a lock to win the division. And I'll say this, okay? They definitely should be favored to win the division. They won it last year. They've been winning for the last couple of years. Totally get that. But as far as being a lock to win this division, I'm not so sure about that. And look, we take a look at the other three teams in the division, and the Vikings, the Lions, and the Bears. We know for the most part, I'm a Bears fan, but even the Bears and the Lions probably are not going to win this division just because of the fact that their rosters just aren't good enough, okay? Now, the Lions could surprise people, right? You've seen them on Hard Knocks. They've got that culture, the swagger now, and they've added some talented players. And the Bears are in first year of a full rebuild, so I don't expect them to make any much of a noise, if any. And so the Bears and Lions probably, even though they have a very easy schedule, like the Bears have the fourth easiest, Lions have the fifth easiest. Even though they have easy schedules, they just don't have the requisite roster to legitimately contend and win the division for the most part. Well, if you take those two teams out, then we take a look at the Vikings as being the team remaining. And do I believe the Vikings can win this division? Yes, I do. And here's why. Just take a look at the roster of the Minnesota Vikings and you compare it with the Packers. And I would tell you, if you take out the quarterback, I know that's a big thing, but if you take it out just for a second there, the Vikings roster, to me, is better than the Packers roster. Like, to me, the Packers without Aaron Rodgers, if you just take off Aaron Rodgers, you put in Jordan Love, right? That team is not a playoff team. I'm sorry, they're just not, right? There's nothing about the Packers team that really excites you. I know their defense is better now, but for the most part, it's Aaron Rodgers who's the reason why everyone's picking them. And for good reason, he's the back-to-back MVP. But if I were to tell you, okay, fine, we give the quarterback to the Packers with Aaron Rodgers, but Kirk Cousins just not on that level, even though he's solid, but he's not elite. Which team has the better running backs? I'll take Dalvin Cook over Aaron Jones, but A.J. Dillon and Aaron Jones do make a good 1-2 punch, but I think Dalvin Cook is better than both. We take a look at the receiving core. I don't think it's close. I think this one's a clear blowout here, right? Justin Jefferson is arguably the best receiver in football, right? Outside of Cooper Kupp, maybe. And then you take a look at Adam Thielen's there. They have guys like KJ Osborne. They just traded for Jalen Reagor. The Packers have what? Allen Lazard, Randall Cobb, Sammy Watkins. Like, this might be the worst receiving core in football. Tight end spot. Robert Tonyan versus Irv Smith Jr. I'll take Irv Smith and his potential upside. I think he's going to be a solid player. So then we may take a look at the offensive line. Okay, fine. The Packers' offensive line is better than the Vikings offensive line. And then as far as defense, okay, Packers' defense is better. But the Vikings' defense, I think, will be respectable. So it's essentially a tie, if you will, with 3 of those spots going to the Vikings and 3 of them going to the Packers. So to me, when the question is, are the Packers a lock to win the division? I think the answer is no, because the Vikings can absolutely contend for the division. I think they have the talent. I think they have a good enough schedule. Like, it's very comparable. Packers have the 15th toughest. Vikings have the 16th. It's not like one team or the other is facing a much more difficult schedule. And like I told you, I think I just like the Vikings roster better than the Packers. Packers have Aaron Rodgers, and that's the difference. And because we all know it's a quarterback league, but I got to tell you, I think the Vikings very easily could win this division if things break right for them, okay? I don't think the Packers should be a lock. And you know what? I'll just say this. The Lions could kind of go on a little bit of a Cinderella run. Who knows, right? The Bears, what if things break right for them? Now, those are long shots, dart throws, so I'm not counting those. But the Vikings, absolutely. They legitimately can win this division. I can see it happening. I can see Aaron Rodgers taking a step back maybe this year. And the Packers team, to me, doesn't really scream a Super Bowl contender like it did in years past. So to me, I would say the Vikings can definitely contend for for this division. The Packers are not a lock. Let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment down below as always. Thanks.